This is the forgiveness meditation. You can choose someone from your past that you'd like to forgive, maybe someone you haven't seen in 20, 30, 40 years. Something so major has happened between the two of you that you don't even see each other anymore. This forgiveness can be used towards someone you see all the time, that you just have some really uncomfortable emotions that come up for you when that particular person is around. Or this forgiveness meditation can be used for yourself, for something you may have done or said or not done in the past that you are having trouble forgiving yourself for. So go ahead and get comfortable lying down on your back. You can place a neck roll underneath your neck, pillow under your knees, get some blankets so you'll stay warm. As you get comfortable, I'm going to go over the chakras and how they are associated with forgiveness. The first chakra is associated with survival. And when we come across someone we don't like or don't mesh with, there sometimes is an actual fight or flight response that comes up for us. We experience a deep-seated desire to survive this person, and so we do what is necessary to drive them away with our minds, or whatever means it may be. Sometimes we'll even experience this fight or flight response just by thinking about a person from our past. The second chakra are where those gut-wrenching, passionate feelings of anger or hatred originate from when we dislike someone intensely. The third chakra gets involved when our self-esteem seems to be threatened, and it is this that can cause us to blame and judge others more readily. One of the afflictions of the mind, according to yoga, is called dvesha, a need to avoid or hate. We will take this opportunity to stop our avoidance of what is really going on between us and this other person and use this yogic observance of svadhyaya, self-study, to allow us to shine the light on what is really happening here and lead us to forgiveness. This will free up energy being blocked in these first three chakras and lead us into the fourth chakra, the area of the heart, from where we can forgive and extend love toward this person or ourselves. It may not open up immediately. You may feel some resistance, the desire to continue to withhold love from this person or yourself. But eventually the heart will open and will be willing and ready. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, where we tend to have to hold back things that we may want to say to another person. This is great because we don't necessarily want to say some of the negative things that we may think toward another, but we do want to release some of that stagnant emotional energy that may get trapped here because of the holding back. The sixth chakra is the third eye center, from where we will begin to see this person or ourselves clearly as perfect in spirit, not associating our true selves with this ego mind and all the nasty things we do or don't do for each other. Of course, the seventh chakra is our connection to spirit and to each other, which will become clear as a bell once we resolve our feelings and express forgiveness and love toward one another. So as you get comfortable lying on your back, I want you to begin deepening your breath. Begin to feel your breath move into each of these areas associated with each chakra. Feel the breath move into the lower belly, the upper belly, the heart, across the back of the throat, and up through the crown. Come into Ujjayi breath, that ocean-sounding breath, sometimes called Darth Vader breath. The Ujjayi breath is always through the nose. It's a gentle constriction at the base of the throat. Begin noticing with your Ujjayi breath, the breath moving back and forth across the back of the throat, clearing out any stagnant energy here in that fifth chakra. As you inhale, notice the breath moving across the back of the throat, down into the heart, filling up the belly and lower belly. And then as you exhale, the air rises back up again, back across the back of the throat, and up through the third eye center and out through the crown of the head. Continue with the Ujjayi breath for a few moments, feeling as if you are clearing a path through these energy centers and opening yourself up for the experience of spiritual connection. You can continue with this breath throughout the practice, or eventually come into a nice, relaxed, natural breath as we move into the meditation. So close your eyes and think about someone you know who has upset you in the past. Someone who pushes your buttons or rubs you the wrong way. Someone you would rather avoid if you could. Someone that you would like to use this meditation for to forgive. Imagine that person for a moment who pushes your buttons, being suffocated by their own ego. Imagine that person at home, alone, sobbing with the feeling of complete isolation, complete loneliness. See that person putting up walls, attacking others out of insecurity, out of fear of being hurt, abandoned, or thrown away. Imagine this person as a child, young and innocent and sweet, before life got a hold to them and molded them into who they are now. Really see this person as the little girl or little boy they once were, before they experienced that first time that love was withheld from them. Seeing them as that little girl or little boy before they experienced their first childhood trauma, or a later trauma that has forever shaped their perception of this world. Now imagine wanting to envelop this child with so much pure love that nothing in this world could touch them. Now, don't you think God would have done the same for us as His children? Don't you think God would want nothing more than to envelop us with His perfect love so that nothing could truly touch or harm us? Don't you think God has the power to do this? As you reflect upon this, allow the truth to wash over you as you realize that nothing of this world can touch you because God has embraced us so completely in His love. God knows we are safe and secure in His love. Somehow our ego mind has tricked us into thinking that we are vulnerable. It has tricked us into thinking we can hurt and be hurt. Now let's go back to seeing this particular person as that innocent child. Realize that the part of the adult that you dislike now is the ego aspect of this person that has been molded and shaped by their own life experiences. Whether that person consciously realizes it or not, they are feeling suffocated by their own ego, and they have forgotten who they really are. Take a moment to turn the light of Svadhyaya, that self-study, onto yourself and notice that it was your own ego that judged them. You saw them for the ego mind that had or has overtaken them, and you forgot who they really are as well. And in so doing, you forgot who you truly are yourself. Now, look with clear vision past that sobbing, wounded person, or that person spouting off to you, making you feel hate and disdain for them. Or to that person you haven't seen in 30 years since whatever they seemed to do to you happened. Look past that to the radiant light within that person, shining, steady, and strong, perfectly untouched by the ego insanity and insecurity that is seemingly clouding the vision of themselves as who they truly are. Continue to see the loving spirit within rather than the fear, worry, or hate that they are seemingly emitting or have in the past emitted out to you. Imagine light and warmth beaming from your heart, enveloping this person with this light and love. Now see yourself smiling at this person and extending heartfelt love, peace, and joy to their mind through yours, with absolutely no expectations of wanting or needing anything in return. Knowing their true self and yours are one. See yourself filling up with the knowledge that as you give, you receive, for we are all truly one. As you truly forgive this person, you heal a part of the guilt still left inside your mind, bringing you one step closer to awakening to oneness. From now on, see all of these situations in which someone brings up uncomfortable emotional feelings in you as an opportunity to look past their ego, to look past your own ego. When a person seemingly attacks us in some way, the Course calls this a call for love. That person is really in some way needing, wanting, begging to be loved. So instead of putting up a wall to heighten the seeming separation, isolation between you and this person, take that wall down, extend a hand, and allow yourself to answer that person's call for love with love and forgiveness. And in so doing, allow the healing to take place and clear vision to come over you of seeing you as him and him as you. And then extending love and forgiveness to him you extend it to yourself. A Course in Miracles asks, what foolish goal can keep you from success when he who calls to you is God Himself? What foolish goal can keep you from success when he who calls to you is God Himself? So what foolish ego trick can keep you from loving another? What foolish ego trick can make you desire separation, isolation from others by withholding forgiveness rather than joining in love and forgiveness and healing? What can turn your ears from the gentle call of the voice for God, willing you to join and to love and to be healed? Are you ready to look past that aspect of yourself and join with the true self, where we are all equal, one with each other in perfect, loving spirit for eternity? A quote from A Course in Miracles. When you meet anyone, remember it is a holy encounter. As you see him, you will see yourself. As you treat him, you will treat yourself. As you think of him, you will think of yourself. Never forget this, for in him you will find yourself or lose yourself. Whenever two sons of God meet, they are given another chance at salvation. Do not leave anyone without giving salvation to him and receiving it for yourself. For I am always with you, in remembrance of you. Amen.